Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Out here getting ready to start my day at work. But I wanted to talk about a few things. Y'all know I like to get some videos out the way in the morning, get YouTube something to shadow ban, But I want to talk about this thing because my auntie, one of my aunties, what she said gave me the idea to this video. She was calling herself a senior citizen at 55. Like, I gotta break this down. That's propaganda, man. That's propaganda. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because here's the difference. This is the main thing that when you get older that I notice it matters when it comes to your physicalities. When you get older, you got to make your mind, you got to get it in your mind more. Then your body is going to follow your mind. When you younger, your mind follows your body. And this is why a lot of young people make mistakes with their life, because their mind is not in control. See, when you get older, when you start to get older, what's supposed to happen is your mind is supposed to control your body. That's what's supposed to happen. That's why you got 60-year-old. Y'all seen the 60-year-old man and the 70-year-old women that be on YouTube working out and stuff? How they tight, fit. But then you got people in their 20s and 30s walking around with rolls, Swiss rolls on and flaps and all that. Because here's how it works. When you start getting older, you got to get it in here. Like, if you want to get in shape, it had to be in here. See, when you younger, you just eat, bloop, dookie. That's it. It's gone. When you older, it's like, yeah, you still dookie. I ain't trying to be nasty, but let's come out. More food go in, less doo-doo come out. You see what I'm saying? And what happens? It starts forming itself right around your jaws, right on your love handles, right on your sides, right at every joint, elbows, behind the knee, because your metabolism slows down. But when you get older, your metabolism doesn't have to slow down. You got to get it in here. How do you get it in here? See, when you get older, it's like you have to read more. You have to read when you're young, and that's why these people do all this weird stuff, because they don't read. They don't read. They don't learn things. They learn things differently. But you still have to make sure that you learn things in a way that you're going to be able to keep it within yourself. Young people don't read the Bible. That's why you see older people that they get all spiritual and stuff when they get old. You got to start doing that stuff when you're young, man, because by the time you get old, you'll be setting your ways and you won't let it in. You won't let it in. So it's just a matter of mind first. It had to be mind. Mind over, you ever seen mind over matter? When you get older, it's going to be all about what you have in your head. If you're a person that you're just too stubborn to learn, these are the people that end up with drug addictions. They end up doing all this crazy stuff because they're not keeping what they need to keep in their mind. Your mind is important your whole life, but especially when you get old. See, when you're younger, you just try not to make a mess in your life. When you get older, you're supposed to be trying to make your life as best as possible. See, I just wanted to talk about that, It's mind over matter. I don't want to hear none of that. As a matter of fact, I gave you the example of being in correction. I kid you not, some of the toughest dudes in corrections in Milwaukee be the older dudes. This is just not something I'm just saying. I'm telling you, man. I ain't gonna name their names. I ain't gonna put them out there like that. But when I was in detention, like even in Texas, like the older dudes, them the dudes that get in there and scrap. The younger dudes just want to be friends. You might as well play pity pat with them. And it's not all of them. Some of them younger dudes be getting on their heels. But I'm saying, like, the first time I worked there, I kid you not, the toughest dudes there, the ones that them kids knew not to play with, 45, 53, 55. Same thing the second time. 48, 50. The main dudes down there that they know not to test. Be older dudes. Now, some of the younger, they starting to get some younger dudes that's a little tougher. And just don't care. They ain't trying to be friends and stuff. But collectively, if I look at it from a consistent standpoint, it be them older dudes. Now, of course, if you playing high school football and stuff like that, the older dudes ain't gonna be a factor like that. Because again, you got to get it up in here. Getting in shape when you get past 35, it starts up here. Getting rich, everything. You see what I'm saying? So all of that, man, you owe. Let me tell y'all about something that happened. I ain't gonna go into details. But so when I was working in one of the facilities that I was in, I don't even want to say which one. It was a young guy. He was taller than me. He was a relatively good sized dude. So I was the type where I'll get you for being disrespectful, but sometimes I'll let it play out, like I'll let you just talk. This dude was like, man, you old, man, I don't know why people saying this and that about you, blah, 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 right? I'm laughing at him, because I'm like, that's how you think, huh? That's how you really think it is? I said, don't get in no fights. He felt he had to test me. Y'all know what he did? He got in a fight. And so sometimes, like, I know they got rules and stuff in place, but sometimes you have rules and corrections. You have rules, you have reality. You have the rules, you have the reality. Sometimes the reality is different from the rules. Anybody that done worked in corrections, they know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just gotta show people. That's just the way it is. This dude talking, he'll cause the whole group to rile up against me. So he had to become an example. And he did. You know what he said after that? He said, Howard, man, they told me what he was saying. I ain't never felt nobody that strong. Howard, strong. Y'all know how old I was? 45. Maybe 46. I just look at it as another year. I'm going to make sure I'm strong. I got knockout power in both hands. I still shadow box. I don't really box people, because I look at it like this. If I'm not going professional, if I'm not getting paid, I might spar, kind of play around with my sons, because I still be showing them stuff with the boxing. But I wouldn't even want to box somebody unless I don't like you. Like, these dudes be on YouTube boxing people that they cool with, and then people be thinking that, nah, I want to see you spar with somebody who don't like you. That's it. I don't want to see you sparring with your best friend. I want you to spar somebody who don't like you. So he was like, and he told somebody, I ain't gonna never fight again with Howard here. Now, what would a cocky young dude say? Man, ain't nobody worried about him. That's where y'all get in trouble. That's why, like, I don't know about where you from, but where I'm from, the young dudes don't always win. I don't know about where you from, though. What I tell older dudes, do not be drinking all that whiskey and eating ham hocks every day. You gotta eat the foods that's gonna keep your mind sharp. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, watermelon, cucumbers, pineapples. You can't always eat fried chicken. No, I love it. You can't eat it all the time, though. You got to mix that good foods in there. Green leafy vegetables. Do some push-ups. Lift something heavy. You know? But guys, oh man, you know, I done got old, man. And they see young dudes, and I see young dudes. And I don't disrespect them. I don't underestimate them. But I see them, in my mind, I can get anybody. They can get me too, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I can get them. That's how I think. That's why I could go back in corrections, and I could work in a federal prison, I could work in any prison, because I know that I'm not invincible, but I'm not fearful. You see what I'm saying? That's not how I think. See, when you get older, it's in your mind. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't trying to be nasty, but these old ladies can still do stuff. They just don't want to. They lazy. They want to go to bed 7:30. You know, they weight out of control. They don't have it up here to get in shape, some of them. But we still see examples of people, they talking about age defying. No, it ain't necessarily age defying. It's just they got it up here. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people, they just don't care about stuff like that. And anything you don't care about, you're not going to be successful. So it's all in your mind. I don't want to hear that sing. Now, if you want to give me a discount, like 7-8 years from now or whatever, when I'm 55, you want to give me a discount? Give me a discount. That's more money I keep. But all that little senior shit, man, you ain't going to have me thinking like that. Because if I got to put you through a wall, I'm going to put you through a wall. Y'all see Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan is not as big as he was, but he's still big. You still can see the muscle definition. Same thing like Ron Simmons, like the dudes I grew up watching on wrestling. Ron Simmons was in his 50s and they still knew not to mess with him. He still was wrestling. They knew not, oh man, you know, we ain't gonna mess with him, man. He'll beat you up in real life. Like when he had the feud with the one dude and they say he was kicking him for real, messed his spleen up. Because they had a real feud. He was in his 50s, I think, when he did that. That's what they want you to believe. Don't be scared of these young dudes. Learn how to shoot. Get in your mirror. Learn how to project them punches. You want... I'm on a steady income. I'm old now. Man, stop talking like that. I got an uncle that's in his 60s and he's still a tough guy. He, like, you could just tell. I got another uncle. We ain't gonna talk too much about him, but he just went to prison. He's 60. I don't think it's don't even really matter. Because the unk gonna find a way to get you if he want to get you. That's just how he is, man. That age stuff, man, that don't mean nothing. All it means is you got to do things a little different. That's it. That's it. Like when I was 20, I didn't even have to really work out. I still had muscles. I worked out, but I ain't have to. But I wasn't stronger at 20 than I am now. I can bench press more now than I could at 20. That's just a fact. You know? Now my punches was faster when I was 20. But they still fast. And they got more power on them now. You see, certain things is gonna be the young man's game. But some things is anybody's game. Like if I was to play football right now, I couldn't even play my natural position. I'm too big. I'm not fast enough. But I still could play football if I wanted to. You can give me a handoff and I'm going to get some yards. If they blocking for me, I'm going to get some yards. At this age, I saw Eric Dickerson. He was on the Pros versus Joes. And I was shocked how he was still running that ball. Like, it was just weird. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of difference. He was faster when he was young. But for a man in his 60s, I couldn't believe it just was unbelievable. Same thing with Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis is practically the same build. Remember Kevin Willis for the Hawks? Roy Jones. Roy Jones was on that same episode. Now people want to talk about Roy Jones. Roy Jones he probably against Errol Spence or something is different than it'd be against you. If Roy Jones went to the hood and boxed one of these dudes, I'm sure he'd probably beat the majority of them. He might not beat like a Jermall Charlo or somebody, but he can beat them them dudes that's not professional. A lot of them. Just like if Michael Jordan is what, 55 now? I believe he still can get 15 a game in the NBA. At 55. Especially he get to flexing, get some, he gonna have the top of the line with conditioning and stuff. But if he go to the courts, like he go to Lincoln, they ain't gonna be able to stop Michael Jordan. He gonna be up there, cash, swish. They would not, if Michael Jordan went to the regular courts, and let's say, especially if they ain't know he was Michael Jordan, but he Michael Jordan, man, they ain't gonna be able to stop him. Did you see Vince Carter? Vince Carter is still doing reverse windmills at 46 with dress clothes on. It's all in here. But if you try to put him on the court with them young dudes, like, he not going to be the same Vince Carter. He'll score. He'll be able to do something, but he ain't going to be able to do what he was doing when he was with the Raptors. So, it's just all in your mind, man. And I'm going to close with that. It's 9:30. I like to start. Actually, it's a couple minutes after. I like to start at 9:30 or earlier. Hey, listen. This is what you got to do to people that just want you to just act like an old man. This, that, and the other.